What on earth is that? Oh, I know what it is. So there's the teaching, this one, and then there's a competition that I was doing with Jacques, my friend and colleague in Israel, and this is the competition in Haifa, which and it's a conversation we had, and we're just working out. I went over there and we're working out the pieces of work we have to produce, and it's note taking really. And then there's some sort of ridiculous series of sketches. This was me explaining to him about this colonnade in Vincenza and how we might use it as a precedent in this competition, which was about this route through the landscape. And so that was quite helpful. I mean, obviously we moved on from that. And then this is just sort of partly in conversation with him, partly not, working out how we may or may not do that. This is our time plan for what we have to produce. These are sort of sections through this route, lots of different ideas, most of which got sort of are unrecognisable now, I suppose. But we did all right. We got a prize for the competition, so that's a detail of a lighting baffle in my studio flat. So you see lots of different things. Then it comes back, the route. These are notes. I was working on a so that's the competition, and then we go on to notes for a conversation with someone I was working with on a book about Manhattan, and we were looking at Broadway and the public spaces along Broadway. So this is the most diagrammatic, reduced version of that. And again, more really rough sketches. Some of these are done on a train or on a tube, and they're sort of, that's the plan of the space that we're looking at. This is again the competition. So things come backwards and forwards, and again, this is because I have committed myself to, these days I really try to keep one sketchbook, otherwise I have half-empty sketchbooks all over the place. This is why they shouldn't be separated, I think. It's because actually you need to read these with that and that. This is La Tourette that I visited last year. I suppose in the end, the variety of the way I tried to record that does bring back that memory and that sense of space, which is, in terms of a reference is helpful, but the act of making the sketches whilst there is vital, I think, for the architectural mind to begin to understand, how do I create that in, what's the physical reality, and then what, how is that perceived? And that's why I don't think the sketchbooks should be separated, because these different ways of recording, they come together to allow one to not just represent but recreate.